Hello everyone, my name is Nora, and today we're going to be talking about feminist film theory. In this video, we will discuss Laura Mulvey. She is one of the most famous names in feminist film theory. Where other feminist scholars like Molly Haskell were focused on the content within Hollywood films that showcased gender inequality, she changed the discussion from the representation of gender in film and argued that all Hollywood films follow a form that is already gendered male. Her larger argument is that Hollywood films contain a narcissistic gaze, which means that male audience members identify with the male lead of a story and that female viewers are passive. In addition, they contain a voyeuristic gaze, appealing to the primal part of the human that takes pleasure in looking at the naked form of another, leading us ultimately to the male gaze. There are three types or perspectives of looking. The first is through the eyes of the director and anyone present on set, including co-stars. The second is through the eyes of the characters within the fictional world. And the third is through the eyes of the audience members. This was all roughly 50 years ago, and therefore many would like to believe that Mulvey's ideas and theories have no relevance to today's cinema. What? However, the industry itself has not changed greatly since then. Males still outnumber females in all aspects of production. So much so that only 10% of Hollywood films actually contain equal representation of the sexes. The system itself hasn't changed, and therefore male producers give male directors the power to create films that appease to the male subconscious. This is not to say that there hasn't been progress since the 1970s. It's true that we see more and more female directors and amazing stories containing powerful female leads that are treated respectfully in addition to not being sexualized. However, the stereotypes continue to exist. There are two stereotypes of women in Hollywood films, the virgin and the whore dichotomy. Both these roles are objectified in different ways. The pure virgin is looked at as a challenge to be conquered by a male, and the whore is looked at as an object for males to take part in possessing for a period of time. These both reduce females subjectively to one part of their being, their sexuality. The movies Easy A and Mean Girls are good examples of where these stereotypes are used. In the movie Easy A, Olive, Emma Stone's character, is a clean-cut teen until she is labeled a whore. Almost immediately, male characters within the universe approach her in order to be able to publicize that they had partaken and that they had slept with her. In the movie Mean Girls, the plastics, as they're called, take part in a performance for Christmas. And in this performance, they produce an erotic dance, which gets the attention of all the male audience members within the film. This coming from four girls that dress in pink most of the time. Bright pink, associated with innocence of a young girl. And now we introduce scopophilia. Scopophilia is a desire to see in relation to the male gaze, and is a fundamental drive according to Sigmund Freud. We've already briefly touched on the voyeuristic gaze, but voyeurism refers to the method that filmmakers implement which deals with the female figure in regards to castration anxiety, also proposed by Freud. Fetishistic scopophilia. Fetishistic scopophilia turns females on screen into a collection of objectified body parts that work to cover up the threat to the male lead. The camera actually enacts the male gaze by panning up and down a woman's body in order to follow her natural form. By showcasing the female figure as one of exceptional beauty, her perceived perfection, delicacy, and passivity is ultimately what deems her no threat to the male lead. Filmmaking has evolved since the 1970s, and CGI has led to a new form of scopophilia, Techno-Scopophilia. Techno-Scopophilia refers to the sexualization of technology. Within film, technology is merged with the fetishization of cybernetic organisms, leading to the creation of the cyborg. The creation of the cyborg has led to some powerful, moving female characters within film. One such character is Nebula. She's a character with an incredible arc. She finds herself on the right side of the fight at the end of her journey. However, she starts off as a powerless girl, tortured by her own father. She has always faced her sister and her relationship with her sister with pain and hatred. But eventually she finds out that that relationship is the most important one to her. She's an incredibly powerful female character within the Marvel Universe. A new character and story by the name of Alita was released this year. This character has abnormal facial features, which showcases a different type of beauty standard that will fall again under not only Techno-Scopophilia, but fetishistic scopophilia. Technology mixed with humanity, but not just humanity, the form of a female. Techno-Scopophilia refers to the objectification of females in relation to the merging of the sexualized technology and the female figure. When a discussion on feminism starts, many people become closed up because they think that feminism represents male hate or is going to contain some sort of male bashing. In truth, feminism is a response to patriarchy and traditional ideologies that keep men in socially dominant positions. This could be perceived as a challenge to traditional ways of thinking about male and female roles, sex, sexuality, in addition to the structure of a family. These issues are close to home, which is why many people shy away from the discussion on feminism. But frankly, feminism is about equality of the sexes, and it's important that we talk about feminism within film. It's important to discuss the role of females in Hollywood films. We mustn't passively absorb, but question and analyze the director or screenwriter's choices in order to improve the quality of content created in Hollywood. The audience must be aware and question what is actually being presented to them.